Not another step. You. Who are you? And why do you think you belong here? Not here, you don't. Forlorn ain't for outsiders. Not unless the voice of the tribe says otherwise. Trust me, I wouldn't let you in if you were King Arthur himself. Especially not him. He'd have a sword up his ass before he took a step past this gate. Seal looks real enough. Fine. Go on in. But don't cause trouble. We don't take kindly to outsiders sticking their noses where they shouldn't. Step right.
Hey, you! Avalon sent you, didn't he? To summon us for the moot. Just because we live up in the mountains doesn't mean we don't know what's happening in the wider world. Well, that works out perfectly. My father's been looking for someone for outside the tribes to help him with something. That's all I know. He didn't tell me much, but he sounded really serious. He told me to bring the first person I came across. His name is Strana. Please, go meet him at his forge. You can't miss it.
Oi, don't I know you from somewhere? Aye, that's it. I knew you looked familiar. It's good to see a fellow survivor from that cursed hole. Tell me, friend, how did you manage it? That hooded fellow helped you, didn't he? I need to know everything. If you've got the guts to dislike the man who saved your life, he must have really done something to rub you the wrong way. You know, among the Dalriada, when someone saves your life, you owe them a debt until you can repay it. Usually by saving theirs. But now that I think about it, you don't have to like them. Respect is enough. So tell me, what's happening in the wider world? You're joking? One Eye's rebellion actually worked? Ha! Now that's a twist I didn't see coming. Never cared for One Eye, but credit where it's due. He pulled off something impressive. Now all that's left is to rally the other tribes, get word to One Eye, and boom! We've got ourselves a foothold in the south. Good. It's about time. These tribes have had their heads so far up their own arses, acting like their problems are the only ones that matter. Well, who doesn't have problems, eh? Back in Arthur's time, we stood as one. Now, we're so damn stubborn we can't see past our own noses. It's bloody senseless. Not my chieftain, not my problem. We Gunvalder worshipped our own giant. Wasn't exactly lively when I left the village, but now it's glowing. No one knows why. The Thoid called it a blessing. Told all the Dalriada they should rejoice. But if you ask me, they got scared. Maybe that's why no other tribe helped. Not Ulfr, not Volker, nor even Thoid, who told us to be happy about our giant. Sounds about right. That's why I wanted to get back to my own people. Why should I risk my neck for outsiders? They've always treated us Dalriada like we're some necessary evil. Sure, they're nice enough when you're useful. But once it's over, they look at you like you're a stray dog. Nay thanks. Dalriada will always be Dalriada, even if they're not my own tribe. Who knows? I wasn't here when Camelot attacked my tribe. I was already rotting in the asylum. If I had been, they wouldn't have pushed us back to the keep. Or maybe I'd have died an honourable death. I only know this. Thrigve forbade it, and the Ulfrats obey him like hounds chasing their master, even now in his current form.
No. You're not a Dalriata. And you're too scrawny. Wouldn't make much of an impression. I was thinking of knocking you flat in a fight, so Concha would see it and say, bloody hell, that Vika's strong. I'd love to wrestle her. But with you, it just wouldn't work. No. This needs someone with a bit more meat on their bones. But thanks for the offer. Just look at him. Those shoulders, like he could tear limbs off. Those massive fists must have crushed dozens of skulls. And the scars. Look how long and thick they are. He's taken so many blows and he's still walking, breathing, like nothing ever happened. What does that matter when he's as strong as an Ulfr? Sure, there are things he still needs to learn about us. but I'd help him with that. How else could it be? What do your people do when they want to, you know? Look at me. Can you picture me writing romantic letters? Then you might need your head checked. Handkerchiefs? Like he's got a cold? How the hell does a handkerchief show him I can fight? Well, I could give him a good wallop. I'm no good at talking. I'll forget what I wanted to say. And he'd think I'm thick. He probably already thinks that, with me just sitting here, staring at him. And the women don't fight. They just sit and watch. Mata, I'd die of boredom. Our chieftain, what's there to say? He's the strongest, so he leads. Even if the giant hadn't marked him, no one would have matched him. Until next time. Fancy woman up by the... Until next time.
So tell me, I'll be. I'd offer you my hand, stranger, but with the stone sleep taking me away, I reckon that's not the best idea. Still, I'm glad to see a new face before I leave this world behind. Especially someone with such a rare way about them. My name is Noleg. You're the last living soul outside my kin to hear that name. Oh no. I'm just fine with how things are. Well, I am a stone warden, and by our custom, a day comes when a stone warden begins to slip into the stone sleep. We give ourselves to the ore. Stone our forebears carved through for ages, raising halls and strongholds from its heart. We become yet another monument to the Forlorn swords. It depends on who you ask. Me, I feel no pain, just peace. I knew what I was signing up for. Every stone warden does. But not all see it the same way. My family passed long ago, so I leave no one behind. But Olaf, he still has his daughter, Fuska. And she's been arguing with Darvan for weeks now, fighting over what should become of her father. It's a deeply personal thing, different for everyone. I've known stone wardens who felt the first signs of the stone sleep at dawn, and by the next dusk, they were already searching for the place they'd turned to stone. And I've known others where it took years. There's no rule to it. I don't count the days anymore, but I can feel it's nearly time for me to choose a place for myself. When the time draws near, one makes the journey to a place where they wish to fall asleep. And finally, when their body can no longer move or feed itself, their kin tend to them, feeding them, offering water, leaving gifts, and keeping vigil as the sleep takes hold. One of the finest stone wardens I've known had a habit of diving headfirst into any hole he spotted underground. Nothing could stop him. Fuska doesn't agree with our tradition. Understandable. She doesn't want to lose her father. But the poor girl doesn't understand that being called to the stone is the highest honor for a stone warden. Darvan is the leader of the stone wardens. And right now, maybe the most important man in the tribe. Since Tryggvi's no good for anything anymore. You tell me. I don't know what it is exactly, but there's something different about you. They say the stone sleep makes folk more attuned to the rare and unusual things in this world. Seems you carry one of those in you. Let's not talk nonsense, all right? Farewell, traveler. It was good to see a new face in the Ulfr village. Who knows? Maybe I'll still be around to see your coming bear some fruit. Go in strength.
Who goes there? Is it you, Fusca? I am Olaf, senior journeyman of the Stone Warden's Brotherhood. It's rare I meet anyone from outside the tribes. I've never set foot beyond the Forlorn Swords, so my knowledge of the wider world is limited. And now, as you can see, I'm here to stay. So tell me, what brings you to us? Or perhaps you prefer I share some wisdom instead? If that's true, then you carry a great burden, and an even greater danger follows you. Perhaps it's for the best that I won't live to see the day you decide to pass through the gate. The old stories about the one who claims the crown are grim. Even among the Stone Wardens, we don't speak of them often. The eldest brothers say that whoever dares claim the crown and steps through the gate will bring calamity upon Avalon. What kind of calamity? No one knows. Or perhaps no one wants to say. That's all I can tell you. I hope they're just old tales. But if not, I hope you return whole. I've grown to like you. It's been ages since I've had such a long conversation. Nothing happened. This is the process of stone sleep. It's my choice. I've chosen to leave this world on my own terms, surrounded by my brothers. The men you see here, frozen in time, are my kin. Each of them embraced the sleep, just as I do now. I know our customs may seem strange to outsiders, but trust me, there's no greater honor for a Stone Warden than to merge with the land we've served. I forget sometimes. Those outside the tribes don't know our ways. It's no secret, so I'll tell you. Stone sleep is how we unite with the land we've worked and protected. It's the highest honor. A chance to become one with the soil that sustained us. We believe it grants a kind of immortality. We are the noblest of orders, forged from the strongest miners and smiths. Our history goes back to the earliest days of the Dal Riata in the Forlorn Swords. We serve the land and its hidden treasures. Only the most skilled and devoted are welcomed among us. There's no room for aimless wanderers. We're born of the land, sustained by it, and in the end, we return to it. That's why we embrace the stone sleep. We've never accepted anyone who isn't Dal Riata. Not in living memory, anyway. Darvan sticks to traditions like moss on stone. So don't hold your breath. That said, the world's changing. Not necessarily for the better, just shifting. Like the ground beneath our feet is moving, and we can't stop it. We used to say, the world will end before we let outsiders into our ranks. Maybe we cursed ourselves with those words. Don't take it personally if Darvan decides to make an exception for you. I trust his judgment. And if he does, the rest of the Brotherhood will fall in line. She's my daughter, a brave young woman who worries about me a great deal. She stops by every now and then to tend to my stone-bound body. A good girl, though if you ask me, she worries far too much. I'm not dying, after all. I'm simply entering the stone sleep. And that's far better than dying.